Good morning. How did everyone sleep? I'm having tiny pancakes. Although Phoebe took our butter upstairs, so they're literally just pancakes with nothing on them. I know, Pinlez. I checked it before and I was like, okay, hope it keeps working. Hey, that's good. They're from Trader Joe's. They're called like puffer jets. At least that's how we pronounce it. We are. I have a little zit, but you know, I'm only human, so I might put on makeup today. We'll see. See what the day holds. I was also cold when I woke up, and now I'm a little hot. So I might end up taking my sweatshirt off in like 2 minutes. I know it's hard to believe. That's fair. Yeah, we don't have any maple syrup or anything. A little strip stream. I also have a shirt on underneath. So, like, not a huge deal. I think you should arrow. I'm the worst person to ask again. That's true. My plan for today, I would literally kill for Starbucks right now. I'm trying to be brave and not buy like coffee out as much. But I am not. Oh, hang on. It's a mod only command. The reason is that sometimes like people will raid and then people who just got here will ask for the Discord, and what I want is people to like be here a little bit to like get the vibe, you know, before they join the Discord. So that's why. Dirty dishes, you're not in trouble. You've been here. But that's why it's a mod only command. Someday I'll remember that, not today. Listen, it doesn't bother me when other people try to do it. I just don't want them to think it's broken. It is intentional. I actually slept pretty good. The reason I didn't want to get out of bed is because, like, we put in our air conditioner. Well, Aaron put it in. And so it's so cold in our room. And so I don't want to get up because I'm so cozy. You know? I can't believe this. Hello, welcome. Here's the thing. Have you guys seen that person who's like, even if you got coffee every day and it's $5, it's like at the end of the year you've spent like, I don't remember. It's like $2,000 or $3,000, and they're like, and that's not really enough in a year to make a difference. So like, don't feel that bad. It's not enough to buy a house. It is enough to make a difference, but not enough to make a significant one, like buying a house or a car. I'll never own a house. So our plan, what a great question. Our plan has always been to like redo our kitchen. Not redo as in like we won't be like putting new holes in the wall or like changing how the plumbing works or anything like that. We're painting the cabinets, getting different countertops. I don't know if you saw yesterday, but I have a little wound from our current countertops because the people who built this house were, by the way, super rich. The people who originally built the house were rich, had a lot of money. This was just for like him and his wife and their kids, I think. The people who bought it, which is the people we bought it from, were also multi-generational. The older folks lived in the part we were in. They were like 90 years old. And their kids who were like 50-something, that can't be right. Whatever. You get what I'm saying. That generation lived upstairs. They were like 50 or 60. And those people's kids used to also live with them, I think, but they like are old enough to live on their own. And then they just like maintained it in the cheapest way possible, which, like, not that I'm blaming them, that's probably exactly what we would have done. But basically, our kitchen was never supposed to be like a real kitchen. It is supposed to be, when the rich people who built the house built it, a like wet bar. This whole floor is supposed to be for like guests. So like the room we're in was supposed to be like a home theater. There's like a guest room on our floor that's like really small, that's clearly not supposed to be like an all the time bedroom because it's so small. It's supposed to be like for someone to visit with like their suitcase. Event holding, yeah. And so our kitchen's supposed to be just like a wet bar, like where you would just keep like your alcohol, a mini wine fridge, and like wine glasses and things like that. Then the people who lived here before us that we got the house from, it was like the old people's kitchen. So they just had like a microwave, a fridge, and like not a lot of dishes. Because you know how old people are, where they like only eat 4 foods. And so they don't need a lot. Those kind of old people. I adore old extrovert architecture. Hang on, I ate one of my own hairs. Oh my god. Anyway. So true, gender. But anyway. So, that's a long-winded way to say, the tile that they used in like the bathroom is what they ended up using to like either redo or originally do our countertops in our kitchen. And I don't think they used grout, maybe at all, but especially correctly. Because like a bunch of the tiles on our kitchen counter are like falling off. We've lost like 3 so far. And where they've fallen off, there's like sharp edges of where the grout and the tile before it is like still sticking out. Anyway, that's why I cut my little finger. So, all that to say, we're painting those cabinets, hopefully getting new countertops, and getting a dishwasher. In order to do the countertops and dishwasher, though, we have to get a smaller sink, which is a long story, but if you've seen like our house like cleaning vlog, I think we like show it really well, where like the sink is in the way of where you're supposed to put a dishwasher. So right now we just have a giant hole where dishwasher should be. And that's where we put like our recycling, so it's not a huge deal, but yeah. Okay, cute. The undersink hole, yeah. Right. So anyway, we were at Lowe's yesterday getting paint so we can finish the guest room. And then I think after that we're going to paint our cabinets. And Phoebe is drafting an email to Lowe's being like, we normally work for $3,000 to $4,000, but we'll work for free if you pay for all of our renovation stuff and the labor. So we'll see. I saw that, Ghost Boy. Congratulations. Pinless, that's so fair. Oh, Amy, I can't wait to hear. I feel like I probably also have plantar fasciitis, but I got the number for the podiatrist and I haven't called them. So, ooh, I love that for you. My other one is I finished my horrible book. I haven't posted on my story yet, but I did like do my reviews on Goodreads and whatnot. And I started my short stories book. What a great question, Pinless. I've asked my primary, like, hey, do you know a podiatrist? I have cuckoo bananas feet disease. And he was like, yeah, here's their number. I sent over a referral. And I was like, okay. You sent it over. Why can't they call me? That's interesting. Should we do a Stardew Valley? What's wrong with my mouth today? The Stardew Valley cookbook? They finally can call you by your true name, Ghost Boy. Listen, my primary doctor, I would not say is astoundingly handsome, but he is handsome. Which helps. Oh, that's so fair, Seven. We also had therapy yesterday, and Phoebe was very brave in therapy. Some of us have an easier time talking to the therapist than others, and Phoebe was really brave. Gray's handsome. I love that. The podiatrist is none of my business. Yes. I didn't ask her about Gorilla. I felt too weird. Many little gifts. I spent 60 in one place. Sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have to spend 60 pounds in one place. Podiatry is foot. Oh my god, Phoebe's listening to an audiobook. They were reading The Hunger Games, and they finished Catching Fire, which is the second one, right? And so they wanted to read the third one, and I love them. They are logged into Shelley's Audible, which has all of the Hunger Games books, but they forgot about that, and so the library didn't have it. So they instead checked out, I don't know the name of the book, but it's some thriller, but the reader is like super Irish. And so they rolled over and they were like, the narrator's Irish. And I was like, oh, well, like, you know, Mom has the Hunger Games. You don't have to listen to it. And they're like, no. I'm just telling you. And I was like, interesting. And they were like, well, I figured it out because I was like, what's a heist? But they were trying to say house. Just a little status update. So true. Our small server. Update. Listen, sometimes you get a little update. Sorry. Phoebe had a dream they had a little mullet. I don't think they ever will. I do think it'd be really cute if they had one. They're saying heist. I was like, oh. And then I was like, can you do the accent? And they can't, but it was really cute for them to try. Anyway, but I started my short stories book. Now, short stories, it was, I don't know if that's accurate, because it's 3 stories. It's 3 stories that are each like 100 pages. So like, I guess they're short stories. I'm counting it regardless. Did you read Chicken Soup for the Soul? Yeah, as a kid. Anthology? I feel like anthology's like more than that. Like more than 3. But maybe I'm wrong? Yes, thank you, not so binary. All right. I try to not say lame. I feel like the only time I want to say lame is like when I mean boring. You know what I mean? Chicken Soup made my soul so sad. I read those as a kid and I was like, if I just read these enough, then I'll be a good Christian. I thought anthology just meant multiple stories with a thematic link. Oh, maybe. I really don't know. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to... Somebody dropped Phoebe's Switch yesterday. I'm trying to pick it up. Do you want to be sad while you shit? Boy, do I have the book for you. It's literally so true. There's a song? It's not Chicken Soup for the Soul, what you're talking about, I'm sure. Great anthology show. Did you guys watch American Horror Stories? The ones that are like, I guess they would be an anthology? Like, they're like all in the same universe, but like each episode is like they're episodic. so you can jump in whenever. They are really good. American Horror Story was so good for so long. And now, like, I don't know who Ryan Murphy is letting write them. Is he writing them? Why was the last season about the AIDS epidemic? Yeehaw. And the newest season is about to be about, like, it appears, it's just been like a teaser trailer, but I think it's going to be about like IVF and like trying to conceive and like infertility. What? How is he still loose in the TV world? Yes. Yikes. And we started it's called like American Horror Story NYC is what the epidemic one is about. And we started it and we got to like episode 3 and I was like, okay, this has been hinting it's going in this direction, but surely it's not, right? Like, he knows that would be incredibly insensitive and, like, there's no reason. When did it turn into American Real Horror Story? Thank you. Yes. Because I was like, surely I thought it was going to be, like, the season starts and you think that's where it's going. But obviously it's not. It's going to be, like, something fake. And cuckoo bananas and like about aliens or something. And no, it sure isn't. Just go back into Berkeley. And so we didn't finish that season because I was like, I don't want to, and I don't want them to know that we're watching it. Like, I hope no one's watching it. The News is also an American Horror Story, but I don't want to watch. I just don't understand why. Also, I know the newest season that's about to come out has Kim Kardashian in it, and some people are like mad about that. I don't really care. If she acts well, like, I don't really care. But like, yeah, I don't know. Gaga was great in Hotel. I think Gaga's also going to be in the newest season. I think, oh shoot, what's her name? Emma Roberts is back. But I don't think Evan Peters is in it. I don't think Jessica Lange's in it. Like, it's so much. Good for Gaga. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Writing the coattails. Yeah. What has happened to marginalized white people? I bet you're right. I bet you're exactly right, where he was like, I got it. I thought first of all, I was just blown away that he would do that. Secondly, I was like, is the next one going to be about COVID? Because I don't fucking want to watch that. I also feel like, and again, I didn't finish it, but the beginning of the NYC season, the whole thing is that, like, the government has created this virus to infect the queer population. And I was like, some people already believe that. About that one, about COVID. Yes. So I was like, I don't think we should keep this narrative up. You know? I think he's queer. Let me Google it, I guess. I think Ryan Murphy is gay. So I think that's why he thinks he can do this, maybe? Yes, he came out at age 15. And he said in a 2012 interview that in high school he secretly dated a lot of football players. He has a husband. He vacations in Martha's Vineyard a lot. And, like, I just don't understand. I don't understand how I feel like American Horror Story, the franchise, started so strong. Like, when you look back, Murder House is not really anyone's favorite, but it's a super interesting season when, like, nobody was doing anything like that at the time. That I knew of, I guess. I didn't know of any, like, horror shows. They were all, like, horror movies. And it was, like, I don't know, when did it start? Like, 2008? 2009? $2011. Okay, that's actually crazy. It was a fresh concept when it started. Yeah. Ryan said time to take advantage of my community. I think the other thing is like, and if you, especially if you're black, but if you're like a person of color, correct me if I'm wrong, but like I feel like Jordan Peele's and like most black horror that I have consumed is like, is it playing off of like systemic racism and years of that and like racism as it is today, where like white liberals will be like, oh my God, I'm so not racist. And then like, actually they are. They're playing off of that, which is much more systemic and broad and easy to see. It's not like they're like, let's talk specifically about this period of years that were really, really specifically bad. And maybe there will be eventually something like that, but the ones that I've seen, it's much more like, I don't know, like it's still relevant. Not that like the AIDS epidemic isn't relevant, but Ryan Murphy was like, I'm going to talk about something a little more specific. And also, not only am I going to talk about it, but like, I'm going to be like, the government did it on purpose. He's been slowly incorporating real killers and events into the show. That has always been a bad choice. Yes. Yeah, in Hotel, when he was like, these real serial killers are coming in, I was like, okay, I mean, like, all right, like, at least all these people are dead, and I don't feel like he was trying to make them super sexy or likable. Like, the main one is still a fictional guy. Like, you know. Oh my God, Jeff, I avoided Cult for so long. I did not want to watch it. I eventually watched it during quarantine. We watched like all the seasons, and it was much better than I expected. From what I remember, I guess that was like 3 years ago. It was much better than I expected. I don't think I would ever rewatch it. I don't feel like it was worth it for how uncomfortable it made me. However, I feel like if he had just made Cult, but it was like not, isn't it literally Trump and Hillary? He didn't like make other people that are clearly supposed to represent them. That's what I thought. If he had like made it like other people that are clearly supposed to be them, and then like made it more hyperbolic and like it's our world but it's like distorted, then like I think I would have. He said allegory? Nah. Oh, yes, exactly, socially inept. Coven with that awful racist rich lady. She was a real person, yeah. She's a real person. That's a real mansion you can visit in New Orleans. He made her like likable. Not at the beginning, obviously, but by the end of that season, Kathy Bates' character, you're like, I mean, you know, she's learning. And I don't think he should have done that. Like, I feel like you should hate her the whole time, you know? Just being trans in half the US, and he will think it's jarring commentary. I think that's what it is. I think he thinks it's like, I think he thinks that straight people are watching his show. But also maybe we only liked her because she's Kathy. So true. I think the other thing is what he could have done is after a few seasons like of being really successful by himself, and then seeing how Jordan Peele's like career has taken off in like, I mean, he already had a great career, but like in a different direction and much bigger. He could have like hired some other black horror writers and hired some other like indigenous writers and had them like take the lead on like their own seasons. Like, because I think he's a great director. Like, I really like the way that American Horror Story looks. Great, baby, you got started in Glee, right? Straight people aren't watching. That's true. I do feel like straight people watch Glee, but also I feel like gay people watch Glee. That's why it was so successful. It's because high schoolers were like, oh, this is a show for me. Everyone. Especially the Rachel Berrys of the world, and I mean myself. I really need another ponytail holder. But yeah, I don't understand. I didn't watch Glee Project. I love Glee for normalizing lesbians. I love you, Santana. Mean lesbians. You're right. As a closeted gay boy, and I didn't have a sense of fashion. I loved Kurt. This really says something about me, but in my like diary at the time, I had like cut Kurt out of like some Glee magazine and glued it and was like, this was really straight behavior of me, but I was like, I look up to him so much, and like he's so brave, even though he's fictional, for like being out in high school and like being himself. And like, yeah, being gay is totally a sin and gross, and I would never do that. But like, he's so brave for being himself. And like, that's so true of him. And that's what I wrote. And I was like, but me, I'm straight. Don't worry about it. I'm so straight. Also me in high school before I completely flipped the script. I lie. I also wrote like a super long thing in my diary about Prop 8, which like if you're too young to remember, was like, it was a bill in California that was, I think, allowing queer people to get married. I don't think it was about discrimination. It could have been about both. Hold on. So it was a ballot proposition and a state constitutional amendment that intended to ban same-sex marriage. It was passed in November 2008, but was later overturned in court. And I was like, gay people should be allowed to get married. Like, yeah, it's against the Bible, but like, what about separation of church and state? And like, I need you guys to know, I have always been a Leo, because I threw them away because they make me too sad. So they're not available now, just so everyone knows. But like, I wrote in my diaries so much, because I was convinced I was going to be famous and like they were going to want to publish these. And no, they weren't, because it's a lot of me being like, I am so in love with this boy from down the street. And did he S.A. me? Yeah, but only because he cares about me. And nobody wants to read that, you know? It's so much. Yeah. Now, is it relatable content? I think so. But is it relatable content that should be relatable? I'm going to say no. Probably not, you know? Just trauma things. You know? And then later in life, when I was in like high school and starting college, it was me being like, I like really want to spend time with this girl. Like, I know I'm 19 and she's 26. But I'm obsessed with her, and I think I'm in love with her. And maybe, like, I'm just gay for this, like, one person. And, like, maybe we belong together. Like, I don't know how I'm going to explain it, but, like, I think that's what it is. And no, she wasn't. And no, I wasn't. But The classic bait and switch of silly Morgan diary to deeply relatable trauma. So true. I should get back into keeping a diary. I kept one from like 4th grade through like most of college. Famously, you can turn the gate on and off. I think that's the thing is I was like, I'm going to keep these even if they make me sad. So I kept them for years. I didn't throw them away until I did like a really huge clean out during quarantine. And I was like flipping through it. And it was like not right before, but it was like a year and a half before I like went no contact with my mom. And there was so much stuff in there about how like I had the best mom, even though like, you know, she hurts my feelings a lot. Like she's doing it because she loves me and stuff like that. And I was like, I don't want anyone to read this. Like I won't read it again and feel good. I will just be sad. If my kid were to read it, they would be super sad. They would be like, this is a bummer. So I threw them out. That's so true. I'm sure it is good for remembering things in therapy. I didn't have a diary, but I did write poetry in high school. There's 2 kinds of people. Thank you. You're so right, Amy. What a time. What a decision. I wrote short stories. Okay, hang on. I'm getting another ponytail holder. Really fast, really quick. You won't even notice. Yeah. Isn't being in high school just like so traumatic? You know? What is this for? My name, dear reader, Stephen King. Hello, welcome. She won't download 3 songs from iTunes before bed. It'll only take an hour. Hee hee hee. I love that ghost boy. I'm happy that some of you became real authors. I also, surprise, surprise, when I was in like the 3rd grade, I wanted to be a fashion designer. And so somewhere out there in my parents' house or in the trash, there's like a notebook that I kept like fashion designs in. And these are the 2 that I remember the most. The first one was like a baby poop green shirt. And in like the most obnoxious teal/blue you could think of. It just said wash, rinse, and repeat. And I was like, genius. Amazing. And I'd like to be clear, I'm sure that's a shirt that I saw somewhere and just like redesigned. I had the same call to it. The other one that I remember was a 3/4 length shirt that was white and like had like a baby doll line across it. You know what I mean? Do you hear how squeaky my little chair is? It had like a little baby doll line across it, and like below it was blank, but on top of it was like a sun shooting out rays, and the rays would like go down the sleeve. And I was like, wow, I'm gonna be a millionaire. This is such a good design. I was convinced I was going to be an author because I like to read. After fashion designer, I wanted to be a pop star. And so I also wrote songs. And I don't remember any of my songs except for one line. And dear reader, it's so good. Don't even worry about it. It's like a line where I said, like, I can't believe this boy I like, whose heart is bigger than a bike. Deep. That goes deep. His heart's bigger than a bike. Because nothing else rhymes with like in the whole world. And I was like, that's so clever. No one else is doing that. So true, bestie. No one else is doing that. That's really big. Perchance did it start with the toxic gossip train? When are you dropping this album? I like that both of you said he should get that checked out. What a huge heart he has. I can't believe it. Was I delusional? No. I had big dreams. Don't let your dreams be dreams. The childhood band came up with a band name and song titles, but no music or lyrics. And they were good. And I was good. I also remember in my, like, probably it had to be 5th grade diary, I wrote this really long thing the day that they made us watch, like, the movie. And I don't know what they called it for you guys, but that was what they called it for 5th graders, is they were like, girls are going to go in one room and watch their own the movie. And, like, boys are going to go in their own room and watch their own the movie. And actually, the boys weren't in a room. They were, like, outside. So I don't even know if they had a movie. I think the coach just, like, talked to them, which is cuckoo bananas because the boy coach was not smart. And we watched our movie, and it starts with this, like, horrible ad that's, like, 2 girls being mean to one girl because her stomach hurts. And then, like, a 3rd girl comes up and is like, hey, don't be mean to her. She's not being a baby. She's on her period. And they're like, oh, what? And they're like, it's where once a month your uterine lining sheds and you bleed for, like, 8 days. And they're like, wow, I've never heard of it. And they're like, anyway, it's, like, really bad. And I was like, which luckily, my incredibly good mother had actually already given me The Care and Keeping of You by American Girl. So I knew that it was coming. Some people didn't, so they were really shocked. And I'm sure that they still do that in the 5th grade, but I really think you should tell your kid before that. Ours was called Worth the Wait. Stop. Was it about, like, abstinence? I want to tell my mom The Care and Keeping of You made me trans. The Body Book? Is that a different American Girl one, or is it different? Okay, The Body Book is by Stephen King. Yeah, The Care and Keeping of You. Oh, this is The Body Book on Amazon. It's got little pictures. A Christian one? No, no, no. The Care and Keeping of You, if you don't remember. You can still buy it, $8 on Amazon, in case you're wondering. Hang on, let me do... Here it is, in all its glory. This is what it looks like. The Care and Keeping of You. The Body Book for girls. So true. I got in trouble for bringing The Care and Keeping of You because the boys wanted to look at the boob drawings. Yeah, me too. Just the boys. Just the boys wanted to look at the boob picture a lot. I put, like, a bookmark in it, and then if anyone asked, I was just going to be like, oh, I just shoved a bookmark in a random page. To the anatomical design of one breast. Well, yes, but the girls were quiet about it, and you're right. I had a totally normal reaction to the boob page. I think about the boob page not in, like, hey, don't Coolsville sucks me. But I think about it, like, once a week, probably. Because if you don't remember, the boob page, it's like 4 pictures. And the first one is like this girly standing. And it's for you're the girl, okay? So it's not like weird. But like, it's this girly standing in the mirror and she's got like nothing going on, just 2 little nipsies. Oh no. Well, what a horribly timed ad. I'll wait. I'll wait 20 seconds. Hang on. I'll tell them. The suspense. I know. I'm being really brave. Okay. All right. Anyway, It was 4 pictures. The first one is like the girl like just has like nipples. I don't think there's anything else. And the second one is like they called it like the buds, which is gross. I don't know what else they'd call it, I guess. But like anyway, and they're like just barely starting. And then they go to the teardrop section, which is where like you've got bottom boob but not so much top boob. And they're like, here's the teardrop boob. That means you're almost done growing. And then like with the last one, she was turned to the side a little bit. Stage 3, my beloved. Everyone knows that stage 3 you were like, look at those boobs. And then the 4th one is like she's like a grown woman and she's got like huge bazongas. And then she's like, and then you're done growing. Did anyone else's mom have a section where they were like, don't read this part yet? Because I was not supposed to read the tampon part, and I did. Don't call, don't text, I'm looking for the boob page. And then you've got knockers for days. They forgot to add the 5th panel where half of your friends actually get rid of their boobs because they don't want them. When do they get to the point where one of your boobs is bigger than the other and they're a little lopsided? You're right. My mom, the only part I wasn't supposed to read was the tampon part. And it wasn't because my mom was one of those Christian people who was like, don't get a tampon, you're losing your virginity. Although I knew people like that. I knew a lot of people like that whose parents would not let them get tampons because they were like, it's unholy. We're talking about the care and keeping of you. Which taught, it's a book body for younger girls. It says it right here on the cover. But anyway, if I'd read this book 40 years later, I think I'm not finished according to that description. Her whole coochie was out on the tampon page. Which honestly, like, what I will say about these books is like they weren't gross. I didn't feel like any of them were like gross. While obviously it's like very upsetting when you're like in the 4th grade and you find out that all like women, for lack of a better term, because you're in the 4th grade, like are gonna bleed once a month, including you. And you're like, you're lying. This is a joke. And then you're like, no, it's not a joke. It's real. And then you're like, no, no, no. Please tell me it's a joke. And they're like, no. Which box in the bingo card do we put care and keeping of you? I think it could be a nostalgic pick. We were talking about the American Girl, not the doll books, but the ones that are like about you. No one warned me about the cramps. I thought I was just bleeding. No one warned me about the poops. That's for sure. Just to figure it out. I'm from a family of overachievers, so they showed this movie and I was like, ah, yes, this has been my life. I've already seen the movie. I absolutely, when I started using tampons, I marched to my little room. I was in like the 7th grade when I started, but I marched to my little room and I'm like grabbing my book from American Girl. I wish I had this book just so I could make this into a TikTok in slow motion. Someone else should do it. But like grab my care and keeping of you and I'm like breaking the spine so it'll stay open on the tampon page as I'm like sitting on the toilet and I'm like, okay, I've got it. Luckily, there's pictures and a diagram and I'm totally ready. My one claim to fame is I nailed it with the first tampon. I stood up and I was like, I can't believe how not uncomfortable this is, actually. Thank you. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, but thank goodness for care and keeping of you. The first time I put my tampon in, totally fine. No tears even. I used the pamphlet in the tampon box. I'm happy for you. This hurts. How do people do it? I have the recipe. Let's make this casserole. Literally. I was like, my girl, American Girl, she's got my back. Uh, it was a lot to read. It is a lot to read. Listen, I had to know what was going to happen to my body. This needs to be in the American Girl movie. You're right. I am curious if they make that American Girl movie. I hope it is like that. Like, I hope it's for adults. Like, not where children can't watch it, but I hope similar to Barbie, it's like for adults. Oh my God, me too. Illyria, I would be like, okay, based on this, looks like I'm between like Bud and Teardrop. Yeah, I'm probably about a Bud 0.5 if I had to guess. No, Baby Mothman, that's so sad. I am realizing it's called American Girl. I was fat, so IDK if I got to Bud. That's how I feel. Being chunky was also hard. I don't remember there being chunky girls in the book. It was... What a time. It's so weird. I think that's the other reason, like, we all really liked the Redacted movie. Right? Is because it's like... I asked Phoebe how they felt about it specifically as a trans person. And however you feel about it is valid. But, like... It is... I don't know. There's something about, like, girlhood. You know what I mean? Is it hard? Yeah. Is it painful? Yeah. But I do think it's like, there's something about it, you know? But yeah. I'm curious. I hope American Girl is still a staple when we have kids. I hope it sticks around. Sorry, I'm trying to make the ice make my water cold. Hang on. I'm back. There's just something about it. My name is Morgan and my pronouns are she, her. If you'd like to share your name and your pronouns in the chat, you can. Now, what is also recommended to me after clicking on that is 101 Things Every Boy Needs to Know. Did anyone read this one? Because now I'm curious what's in it. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Hold on. We'll get some of them. There's a few here. Okay, in this book, you'll learn how to... Okay, first of all, it was published on Phoebe's birthday in 2022. Dangerous book for boys. I gotta know what's in this one. Okay, accept yourself for who you are. Be more respectful and maintain healthy, wholesome relationships with those around you. You'll set yourself on the path to success. These are really, they're planning some big stuff here. Value your life experiences and use them to your advantage. Discover and define the values that are most important to you. Cope with changes as they come. Build stronger relationships with your siblings, parents, and grandparents. Practice self-care because it's not just for girls. I mean, okay. All right. One thing about me is I will not be coping with the changes. Well, do you think it's because you didn't read 101 Things Every Boy Needs to Know? Why is it underlined so much? Stop. It can't be their birthday gift, but that's so funny. You can get it on Kindle. If you have Kindle Unlimited, it's free. Or it's $3 if you don't have Kindle Unlimited. It's for boys. That's so funny. Did anyone here have the opposite plumbing? What's the word that I want? System? Did anyone here grow up with the opposite system? Did they have a book for you? I always wanted to know what the boys' video was in the 5th grade. Was it like, sometimes you're uncomfortable. When that happens, just don't stand up ever again. That's what I assumed it said. It was about condoms and not having sex till marriage. That's so much. The girls' one wasn't about sex at all. It was about, like, not giving into peer pressure, so I guess it was a little bit. But with sports analogies? Hardcore Irish Catholic. I assume morning wood explanations, yeah. I gotta be honest. Why does it happen? As a kid, I was like, they must have had a sexy dream. Okay, I don't want an answer from Reddit. I want an answer from an educational cartoon made by Disney. I remember there being a thing about wet dreams. What? Sometimes it's like, what's going on there, gal? Is it a gravity blood flow thing because you're closer to the earth? Okay, hang on. Okay, listen, I'm reading this whole thing. Well, not the whole thing. It's like nature's little morning reset. Where we all watched the same video, but had separate talks after the movie. They answered questions and gave out appropriate materials. I can't believe y'all watched a movie together. It was Disney and sponsored by Kotex. Hold on. Okay, a hormone imbalance such as a decrease in testosterone can also affect how a person experiences morning wood. They have a clinical name for it. I don't care. A lack of regular NPT can... Okay, so wait. So if you don't get morning wood, possibly it means you didn't sleep very good. Let's talk puberty for boys. Causes. When a person is in REM phase of sleep, the erection may go away on its own as a person enters deeper sleep. Thus, a person may have erections several times during the night and not be aware of them. Often, a person wakes up at the end of REM sleep cycle, which explains why MPT seems to happen in the morning. In addition, testosterone levels tend to be elevated in the morning. Males have high levels for this hormone, which contribute to sexual function. Wait. Is this why when, like, people on testosterone wake up, their voices are so much deeper? What's wrong, babe? Noticed you didn't pop a 10 this morning. Everything okay? Okay, stop. Hang on. What was it called? Let's Talk Puberty for Boys. And then I'm also going to look up Disney by Kotex. Let's Talk Puberty Disney full video is the first thing. Stop. Okay, now I don't think this is by Disney. Let's Talk Puberty : for boys. None of these are looking familiar. The story of menstruation. There's a 20-minute girls one. I don't think any of these are by Disney. This looks the closest to the one that I watched. Why was I watching that in 1998? When you're right, you're right. Have you guys seen, this is unrelated, but have you guys seen the new Olivia Rodrigo song where it's like, but I never said where in his sheets, but it's actually in whose sheets and not in his sheets? I'm taking this really seriously. Let's learn, everyone. One thing about us, we will be talking about sex education. Here in the Couple of Goof stream, we're learning. Piglet's gonna come up and be like, ejaculation. Okay, if there's music, I have to skip it. So that would be...
Okay, 7 letters. Here we go. S. Nope. T. Yes, 1 T. A. Nope, you get a body. E. Is that really your word, Austin? Seriously, man. Why did they puberty? Because that's what we're learning about in health class next week. And I know you're all really excited.
This boy's gay, right? I'm on it. I'm on it. Don't worry.
That's not funny, man.
No, that's not funny at all.
I just hope it's not going to be too embarrassing. Personally,
This is definitely
I
how
don't think
people
it's
talk.
going to be such a big deal.
Yeah, me neither. My brother said he actually learned something, and trust me, he knows everything.
Amazing. Okay, let's see.
Here's your chance to ask anything. Don't be shy. I'm here to help.
So, what exactly is puberty anyway?
So
Thanks
true.
for asking, Jenny. Puberty is a series of changes that your body and all of your friends' bodies will go through as you grow up. Pituitary gland. As you begin puberty, usually between the ages of 8 and 13 for girls, your pituitary gland sends a signal to your ovaries to begin making a hormone called estrogen.
Horrible.
The
Boo. Tomato, tomato.
changes mean you're becoming a woman, and it all leads up to you being physically able to have a baby someday. But remember, a baby is a big responsibility, and you're probably not ready for that yet.
My friend says everyone starts to stink when they go through puberty. Is that true?
Actually, Maria, that's
Okay. Probably not ready for it yet. Number one. Number two, they're right. Like, this isn't the one that we watched for sure. But, like, ours was definitely, like... And all of this is so that you can have a baby. And don't get me wrong, I was stoked. But the people in my class who were like, I don't really want to have a baby. Like, can I opt out? Can I not do this? Unless you ask the Supreme Court. She gave a big long y'all stink speech. Oh my god. Here's the thing though, like, yes. But like you have to be, it's like the most embarrassing time of your life. I'd like an alternative assignment. This is the most embarrassing time of your life. And like, I think we all know like really wonderful teachers who are like, you know, let me know if you have questions. Like, you know, you can write down secret questions anonymously. Like, things like that. You shouldn't make them like feel bad because it's hard. But I think we all knew like a teacher or a parent or somebody who like really made everyone feel bad about themselves. Our PE teacher gave us the y'all stink, please wear deodorant. We got a little kit with a pamphlet. That's cute. Don't be pointing it out in front of everyone, exactly. It's hard. Okay, hold on. They talk about acne. I'm trying to just skip through it. We're not watching 20 minutes worth of things. They talk about bras. Okay, so we're talking about periods until... Wow, we're still talking about periods. I'm 12 minutes in. It's only 20 minutes to begin with. Talking about pads and tampons.
The way to be healthy as you're growing into your new body is to exercise every day. Try going for a walk, riding your bike, or dancing to your favorite song.
Okay, are they going to talk about the other kids or...
Mom, your grandmother, or an older sibling who's been there and done that. I know that asking questions about puberty may seem a little embarrassing at
Okay, so they didn't talk about anyone but the period havers the whole video. Good morning. Okay, I take it back actually. I feel less mad. It turns out this is for girls. That's what it says. We're talking about puberty. Oh, always changing.
Okay, guys, a couple things before the bell rings.
This seems closer to the one that we watch, except this is the boys' one.
Now, I'm sure I need to remind you that next week is the last week of school. Okay, but we still have a couple important things to cover. Next Tuesday, we're going to be showing the videos on puberty in health class. Remember to have your parents sign your permission slips. Extra copies if you need them. And if they have any questions, I'm happy to talk to them. And second, next Wednesday is our field day. It should be lots of fun.
My brother, see you. All right, see you. Bye, guys.
The permission slip.
Hey.
I think it's fun that it just says boys in the corner the whole time.
Home.
Ours was the last week of school.
Fun
Wait,
day.
did you not have a permission slip? What? Okay, I'm doing a poll. I think you're going to be the only one. Everyone in the school, everyone in the 5th grade, I guess, your parents had to sign a permission slip, and if they didn't, you literally sat in, like, the principal's office until the video was over. The video and the questions were over. This wasn't sex education. This was, like, one day. This teacher said health class. That did not exist at my elementary school. Catholic school said on a random day, watch this. I remember my stepmom acting like it was a life-altering decision. Everyone I knew had to have a permission slip. We were in 7th grade. No, yeah, ours was in the 5th grade. And it was like the last week. Because it was like right before we graduated 5th grade. There were 2 permission slips for the girls because one was for grade 6 needle. Grade 6 needle? What are they putting in your body? Mine was for 4th class, but IDK what that is in freedom classes? We didn't talk about STIs until I was in high school, and it was an elective. It was not a class you had to take. I don't think. I guess maybe you had to take it, but I don't think so. Random lessons thrown in there until high school, and then health was just a unit gym class. Yeah, it was with our gym teachers, and it was in 5th grade for sure. And then I didn't hear about STIs. I mean, I knew about them because of like TV and things like that, but I didn't talk about them in a classroom until 10th grade. Needed one for my school. Took us to the Anti-Evolution Museum. No, literally. One girl asked if you can get pregnant by sitting in the hot tub with a boy because of Glee. So true. Excellent question. Good point. Okay, let's see.
Or maybe not. What's up, honey?
I have a couple permission slips you have to sign for school.
A couple?
Field day, that sounds like fun. Oh, and this one's for a video on puberty for your health class.
It's just something they're making us watch in school.
And you're not looking forward to it, huh? Eric, I know it can be a little embarrassing.
Poor Eric.
But it'll be worth watching. You'll learn...
Will it be worth watching? Is it fun? I don't think Eric will have a good time. She looks a little familiar. I don't know her, but she looks a little familiar.
Things. I saw one myself when I was your age, and it made me feel a lot better afterward.
It did
It's all
not.
stupid.
This mom is a liar. It does not make you feel a lot better.
Oh, Eric. By the way,
What?
I called my brother to help out with the deck tomorrow.
Uncle Pat?
Mm-hmm. You think you could help him out?
Sure, I'll help Uncle Pat.
Great.
Sure.
I'll let you know what time he's coming.
Pat.
Okay.
Rise and shine, Joseph. Ready to play the champion?
I think it's nice that they
You know
have
you got a
different
big field
families.
day.
Mine was boring.
Joseph, come on now. You're a 5th grader. I'm a senior in high school. There's a big difference.
I know.
I'm serious, man. When I was your age, you were what? A little bratty 4-year-old? Anyways, I was the same size as you.
Well, when did you start growing?
About the 8th grade. You probably will too.
Yeah, we didn't have to watch anyone give birth. I've never seen a video of anyone giving birth. I can't believe some people had to. Yeah, the acting's
But
not good.
even
They
if you
can't
don't
hire
start
real
growing
actors.
right then, you're gonna grow. It just takes time. Anyway, I can tell you're growing.
For real? How?
Well, Dad did give you the little shower and deodorant talk, right?
Yeah, that was fun.
So, did you listen?
What do you mean?
I mean, are you... And make sure you...
Here's the thing. Is the boy video just like, you're gonna get taller and stinkier? Watch out. He said, bro, you smell. Because, like, the girl video, the other video is not like that. Plus the penis stuff. Tall and stinky. Well, we're 5 minutes in and they haven't gotten there at all. Oh my god, okay. Oh, here's Uncle Pat. Mario popped into the screen and watched it again. Hang on. Speaking of which, I have a question. Because I gotta be honest, I forgot about foreskin. Because where I'm from, people my age all got circumcised, which is not the case anymore, which I'm loving. I'm not feeling foreskin questions today. Did they talk about it? Are they going to talk about it?
Well, I'll level with you, Eric. Your mom told me about what you're going to be learning next week. Puberty and all that fun stuff. She thought you might want to talk about it with, you know, another guy. Someone who might get what you're thinking a little better.
Oh, man.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, man.
I won't ask you any more about it if you don't want me to. I just wanted to tell you this. If you ever want to talk about anything, you can talk to me. Okay?
Okay.
I mean it.
Okay.
Okay.
Uncle Pat,
Yeah.
Muffin.
Aw, come on. He does sound like Kyle Proof from TikTok. Just make the rest of the video Uncle Pat working on the deck. I have to know what this boy's
You
gonna
do
ask.
want to talk about something. What is it?
Well, it's just this guy at school, Ryan. He told us about, well, like sex stuff and how big we are. He heard it all from his cousin, and his cousin's a lot older than us. And if it's true, I feel like, what if I'm not as big as everyone else? Or what if something's wrong with me?
Don't you?
Okay, you know what? This is better than ours because I feel like these are normal questions. I feel like that, like, obviously I did not have a peener, but I did have boobies. And the first question that you have is like, am I gonna measure up? I'm having flashbacks. This is sweet. This is way better than the one we had to watch. And I was like, my boobs are gonna be small forever. And I'll never amount to anything in Boob Town.
Eric, boys talk a lot about stuff they don't understand.
Someone make that an audio. That's so true, Uncle Pat. They do talk about things they don't understand.
Like, what's a normal penis size? And all that is just stories. Everybody's different. Video next week is going to help a lot, too. You'll learn the facts. And like I said, you can always talk to me if you have any more questions. Or you can talk to a teacher you like, or your doctor, too. Even your mom. I bet.
That needs to be on the U.S. flag. You're so right.
Growing up to be a man.
Oh, here we go.
Whoops, not so fast. Growing up takes time. As a boy enters puberty, the pituitary gland sends a signal to his
There's
testicles.
so much happening.
This causes the production of testosterone, which in turn causes a number of bodily changes. During puberty, a boy may grow up to...
All right. Now, I'm scared. I take it back. I'm not brave. I'm too scared. I skipped ahead, and there's too many drawings of peeners for me to go. I'm scared. I'm scared. I am going to skip through it. You don't want to see this. Oh, wait. This is the only part that's a drawing. And the rest is question and answers. I was watching carefully. Peener fear, the opposite of peener envy. We just showed the body and we're like, how testes are ovaries and made it all less gender. Why are there so many anatomical penis drawings on this stream? I'm done. I don't even remember how we started talking about puberty. But here we are. And now we've all learned something. Not really. I feel like what I learned is that most of the boy video is talking about the benefits of getting tall. The slightly less beneficial getting stinky. And then for 3 minutes in the middle there, they're like, your penis is going to grow. That's true. Well, hey, the day's not over. Biblically accurate? Now I'm just more upset, actually. Now I'm more upset at the boys in 5th grade. I mean, pretty much. Okay. They get more rights and a better video. What else? I agree, Echo. I feel like what it should have been was you watch both videos. And then at the end I guess like because everyone's embarrassed, I do understand why they split you up into groups. What I wish they would do is let you pick which side you went on. Like, one of the coaches will be like, okay, anybody who wants to ask questions to, like, Miss Peterson, come over here. And then it'll be like, anyone who wants to ask questions to Mr. Peterson, their siblings, I guess, come over here. And, like, or a day with each teacher, yeah. Planned Parenthood sex education programs for queer teens called Include. Why can't they split you up for comfort reasons and then show both videos? Right. That's fair. One year they did not split us up, and I learned more about wet dreams than one could ever care to know. I remember, the only thing I remember is I asked a question. Because, again, I'm brave. So, I'm in the 5th grade, and they're like, you're going to get your period. And I'm like, yeah, I know, I read the American Girl book. I already know. And they were like, it's time for questions. And I was like, what happens if I start... It's because, like, you know, I haven't had a period yet, so I'm not understanding... It doesn't work like this. I don't know that. And I'd like to congratulate the teacher or the nurse or whoever who answered the questions because they did a great job. But I don't understand that it's not like, and now your period starts and there's blood everywhere. You didn't stand up quick enough. Which if you don't get periods, it's not like that. It's like you can kind of feel like it's probably going to start soon. And then like if you go to the bathroom often, you can probably catch it and like put it in a tampon or whatever. It's not like at 10:36, 9:36, I'm not bleeding. And by 9:38, my underwear's ruined. It doesn't work like that. But I thought it did. I thought that was how it worked. And so I was like, not really like an upset tummy. It's like, you know, you get cramps, but you can get cramps, honestly, at any point in your cycle, which they also don't talk about. It's truly a bunch of feelings that become inherently familiar. That's so true. No, yeah. How would you know? I didn't know. I didn't feel bad about not knowing because I had never had a period before. So how was I to know what was supposed to happen? So anyway, I raised my stupid little 5th grade hand and I'm like, hey, what happens if I start my period while I'm in the shower? And I'm like, do I just like Spider-Man and like put my little feet on top of the bathtub so I don't get blood on my feet? And they're like, it doesn't really like happen like that. And I was like, what do you mean? I just watched the video. I've read the American Girl book. You think I'm stupid. I totally get it. And they were like, no, it's not. It's kind of like really slow. And also like, it shouldn't be, you shouldn't need to worry about that. And I was like, this is a horrible answer. Because I'm like, I'm going to get blood in my tub. And you don't even care, Nurse Collins. And it turns out that she did a great job because she was like, okay, well, like, if that does happen, you know, just, like, try and stand out of the way as much as you can. And then, like, you could just kind of wash your feet off at the end with, like, the tub part and not the shower part. And then... No, exactly, My Chemical Tragic. I thought it was a good question. And then she was like, and then you can go ask your parents to help. I'm going to clog the tub with my blood? That's how it feels. If a bone wasn't a boner, that's a good question. Yeah, no, exactly. I think that's how it is. It's a reasonable answer. Yeah, she did her best. For sure. More thinking of Carrie, excuse me. Named her vulva Butterfly. It was called Sex We Can because it was 2008. Yeah, Amy, I was told, like, it will stop. Like, there's really no reason to wear a tampon in a pool because it'll stop. And, like, I get what they're saying about, like, water creates, like, I get what they're saying, but you should probably wear one. I get why people feel that way. But me, I'm not taking any chances. Sex ed with Obama. I don't think it does. I don't know. What I'll say is, I don't know. Pressure stops it, but you have to step out of a pool eventually. Yes. Yeah, I was always a showerer, and I don't usually wear anything in the shower, and I don't usually have any issues. I was hyper aware of my period starting, and yet blindsided by it happening. Yeah. Right, but then you have to get out of the water eventually. And like when you do, it's not like there's like a gushing, but like I feel like it just makes more sense to wear a tampon. I'm wearing a tampon. I'm not a pussy physicist. This better not happen for me. I used to have to rush to dry off after a shower so I wouldn't drip blood everywhere. Pussy physicist is a t-shirt I need. Killer band names. Yeah. It's weird growing up. You know? Oh, that's what I was going to say. I was in the movie Happy Feet. I was at the movie theater seeing Happy Feet with another one of my 7th grade friends and my 7th grade friend's mom. And I came home and I was like, something happened. This doesn't seem normal. And then I was like, I remember my book that I read 4 years ago, 3 years ago. I was not in the movie Happy Feet. I'm so sorry. I feel like I was just at home. I got home and I called my mom who was doing something. And I was like, hey, on the way home, can you pick up some like young person tampons for me? Like I started my period. And this is actually not surprising. She cried so much. She was so upset that I was so unfazed. And she was like, I thought it was going to be like this really big moment of you like coming into womanhood. And instead you're just like saying it like it's something like that happens every day. And I was like, I mean, not for me, but it does happen every day. Like this is my first one, but like it's not the first one. So, like, yeah, I'm not that stressed out. And she was, like, so upset at me for not being more stressed out. We never went to church, though, so I had no clue I was there. Maybe somebody knew that you were going to have a big day. I got mine to sleepover, which was dramatic, and then I had to be in a performance for church the next day. Yeah. She is. I don't talk to her anymore. She was so upset, and I was so confused. And don't get me wrong, like, I definitely understand why, like, a parent is, like, not upset. But it's a big moment for your kid, and it's a big moment for you. Because you're like, I think anytime your kid has a big moment, and granted, like, we don't have a child yet, but, like, it makes sense why it would also be, like, kind of a big moment for you. Because you're like, wow, my kid's growing up, and, like, they grow up so fast, and it feels like they were just born. And those are all fair feelings, but they need to be your responsibility, and your kid should not know about them. Like, it is so fair. It is so fair for you to be like, okay, yeah, you're growing up. You're growing up so fast. And then to like talk to your parent and be like, I can't believe that they're already getting their period. That's like crazy. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. I knew people who weren't allowed to use tampons for that same reason. But like, I don't know. Don't make your kid feel guilty for doing normal things and growing up. That's what they're supposed to do. Got mine at Christmas? That's horrible. That's so sad. I chose to wear white the second day of my first period. Drake, have you seen that person who was like, one time I accidentally farted in class and instead of just admitting it, I pretended I was turning into a werewolf? Like a best friend moment. Was not happy because it was on my 13th birthday. Yeah. I had recently heard of bleeding internally. No, that's so much. Listen, now that I've said it, I'm sure you'll all get the TikTok on your For You pages. Everything I learn about you is a gift. It's a pretty funny video. Phoebe sent it to me and said that it was them, which, like, I just don't know what they meant. Ask me anything. I'm sure there's a story. I was told it was something that happened to mommy, so I didn't think it would happen to me until I had given birth. I have a similar-ish story where my parents said that, like, you could not get pregnant. Like, you couldn't have a baby until you were married. So I thought you couldn't have a baby until you were married. And so I was like, I don't know why everyone's so worried about other people getting pregnant. Like, you can't get pregnant till you're married. So write that down. Why is everyone so worried about premarital sex? As if your body's like, ba-ding, there's a ring on your finger. Now I'm ready to work. That doesn't make any sense. Why did I think that? It absorbs the metal to make eggs. All right, my plan today, I know we're an hour and a half in. I'm just now starting my Canva project. That's fine. I thought if a kid's parents weren't married, it was a miracle baby like Jesus. That's so funny. My plan today is to make an overlay for like a readathon, like book talking streams. I don't know what like color scheme I'm going for yet though. Your biology changes with the marriage ceremony. You guys didn't know that? My cousin's kid recently asked my sister how she had a nephew if she didn't have a husband. How she had my nephew. I can't read. I did finish my 1-star read, everyone. And I happily gave it 1 star. Okay, wait, this is cute. Okay, here's a vibe that I might be basing it off of. How do we feel? Hang on. I feel like this is cute. This is what some of the other pages look like. That is a new page, I guess. I think this might be nice. Goodbye. That's what I'm thinking. The same way Republicans and simply choose not to get pregnant. This is cute. I'm seeing like if there's another one that I like better. Okay, wait, here's one. This one's very similar. Excuse me, similar. I don't know if it does say who the designer is. Oh no. Canva Creative Studio is all it says. Yeah. I think I like the green more. This is another one that they have. Oh, hey, it's already about reading. I think this is probably a better one to work with. I like the greens and the blues and the purples. That seems cutest to me. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking I need all these. Let's see. By the way, this is how I do essentially all of my all of my overlays. Is I find another one to start with, and then I just work from there. And I change what I want to. And that's what I do. I love that. Should I do it in all caps? Oh my god, that's so cute. Oh no, maybe I will do it. All our friends are like, bro, what do you mean? Okay, tell them to freaking jump on the train. It is giving Enchanted Forest. You're right, and you should say it. I don't really know if I need anything to say it. Say up top. Oh, I could make it say. Actually, wait. This should probably say. Oh no! What did I just do? This should probably say the bookish stream is about to start. I'm gonna make it bold. I'm gonna make it bigger. And then this one I think should say, I have Goodreads. Right now I also have summer reading. We have summer reading for at least another month. This is like, I want to do like a readathon where like we like all read or co-work, and then we'll like take breaks every 10 minutes. And then I also want to do like at least monthly like bookish streams where I talk about things I've read like in the last month. And then also other people can talk if they've read them. And I think my plan on like the just chatting screen will be like similar to how we did Five Nights at Freddy's, where we left like a blank space that we could type in on OBS, like what we were currently discussing. I can put like what we're currently discussing so people can like mute if it's a book they haven't read yet, they don't want spoilers for. And then I'm also going to make not just a normal BRB page, but make like a we're switching book topics page so that people can know like in a big way, like, hey, we're done talking about that book. We're switching to a new book. I think it'll just be random. The reason being is because I keep saying I want to start a book club, But I am such a, like, vibe reader where, like, I will say, like, oh my God, and then next I'm reading this book. And then I'll change my mind as soon as I finish the book I'm reading. And I'm like, actually, I'm going to read something else yet. I'm still not the kind of person who can be reading more than one book at a time. But I want to be. Bring your own book club. I've also seen people do that, and I do think it's a really good idea. I also want something that's like, I want something that's like, oh, nice. The HarperCollins strike is over, so I can get rid of this. I want to make one that's like I want to make a Nightbot command. I don't know if 7's still here, but like one that's like, I'm going to make it. I'm not asking it to work. But I need, I want it to essentially say like how it's going to work. So I need to do something that's like, I need the command to say, please don't talk about a different book than the one we're currently talking about. And like Morgan will announce when we're switching to a different book. If you don't know what book we're currently talking about, like look at the bottom of the screen. Like I need it to be like bookish rules probably makes the most sense as the thing. But I need everyone's help on like how to best say it. A pin post. I don't know. I think it'll be too long to be pinned. I do think when we're doing it, I'm also going to pin a thing that says like, oh, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know when I'm doing this either. Probably next week. I don't even know. I just read 11/22/63, but it's 900 pages. Like a rules table of contents? Yes. So what I want to say here, I'm going to start it. Oh, currently discussing. No, but then I'd have to change the Nightbot thing every time. Oh, that's true. If you go to my Goodreads, you can look at what I've read recently. Hold on, I'll put it here for you. If you don't have a Goodreads or a Storygraph, they're amazing. I like them both. Some people only use one. But I use both of them. I just copy paste my reviews. That's very smart. Okay. Okay, I'm going to say we're only discussing one book at a time. And then I'm going to put like parentheses, see book, see bottom of screen. Or I'm going to name it like currently discussing. Yeah, if you already have Goodreads and you'd rather switch to Storygraph, you can input all of your Goodreads stuff. Oh, that sounds good. Well, yeah, let's start there. I'm copying. Okay. While we love to talk about all things books, I'm just going to say while we like to talk about all books, we're only discussing one book at a time, to make spoilers easy to, what's the opposite of see? Easy to avoid? Morgan will let you, I'm going to say Morgan will let stream know when we switch books. I love you guys. Fight Club but gentler. We're gonna let you know when we switch books, so you can mute when there's a book you don't want to hear about. So far everyone's just friended me. So I feel like it is perfectly fine for you to just friend me. Ooh. And come back after. I feel like in this thing I don't need to explain, like, there's also going to be a little BRB type screen that shows you, because I think I can just do that. Like, I don't think I'll need to say. Okay, are you ready? While we love, I think I'm just going to say hashtag, exclamation point book rules. I know bookish is cuter, but like, I think I'll forget that it's bookish. And I think other people will forget. While we love to talk about all things books, we are only discussing one book at a time to make spoilers easy to avoid. Morgan will let stream know when we switch books, so you can mute when there's a book you don't want to hear about and come back after. I feel like that's short, that's sweet. I feel like that makes sense. Anything you think we should change? I feel like it makes sense. And also, like, I don't think there would be anything wrong with people asking questions as we're, like, discussing it. You know what I mean? Nice. Submit. All right. So we're going to do exclamation point book rules. Book rules should probably be first, I guess. Nice. Cute. All right, let's make a... Whoa. Listen, I know I always do typewriter, so I'm trying to do something different. Pin message, it would be a good idea to pin message. That's what I was thinking of, just like the book, in case people don't mind hearing about the book. But I know there's a topic that might feel uncomfortable or triggered about hearing. Nice. You can do, yeah, if you have the Libby app, you can literally just read from your phone. You just, like, sign in your library card. If your library works with Libby, which everyone I know so far theirs does, at least in the US. The problem is typewriter's so cute. Because it does letter by letter, and that's what I want. Oh, the bounce is also cute. I think bounce is cutest. Listen, your library wants you to get a library card. They want you to do that. All right. Now, how did I get... Oh, this is what I had. I'm trying to decide what I want. The big, like, we're changing books. Libby does have audiobooks. Because I haven't been that ton of practice. I forgot my library card number. Oh no. If you don't have a nearby library, there's like, if you Google, I don't remember how I did it. There's a more concise way to say it, but you can Google like libraries I can sign up for even though I don't live there. And then if you have a Kindle or a phone, you can read or listen to audiobooks. Yeah. I love Libby. Huge fan. Big fan. I think this is going to be the vibe of my, like, out of state. Thank you. Hoopla's the other one that I've heard of. I wish Phoebe was into going to the library. A Morgan-sized way also makes sense. Listen, do I need to label it? No, but look how cute it is. Look how cute it is if I do label it. Have you considered that? What's the worst part of the year? Wait, what do you mean? Fire season? Who said something? Oh, for fire season. Here. Hello. Stream? Hey, I don't know what you're talking about. Stream never has a chaotic energy. We're literally normal here. What could you possibly mean? I'm literally just a normal girl. I'm literally being so normal right now. Okay, perfect. We're being really normal. Is that what you meant to say? Hey, where's the middle? There we go. Well, I guess I should make it the right size and then find the middle. Nice. How do I make this? Oh, there we go. Not even a percentage of cuckoo bananas? No one here has ever been cuckoo bananas. We're famously normal and regular. Everyone shut up. There's two kids out on a walk together, and one of them is clearly the other one's big brother. I love when you see siblings being, it's not legs. I forgot about legs. Wow, what a throwback. No, it was probably like an 11 and a 10-year-old. And I just love when you see like a big sibling being like, hey man, get out of the street to the little sibling. Like not in a stressful way, but genuinely being like, come on. That's true, it is summer. I wonder if Legs graduated. We'll find out. I'm very excited to have 100 children. I have 100 names picked out, so that's probably how many we'll have to have. All right. Now here's the problem I always run into is I never remember the size of the thing. And so I've decided now that I'll be going back. And I know that you guys all remember the size, and I don't care. Copy. Paste. This is how big my little face is. Do not be weird, or you could be banned. I don't know. He could be in college now. I have no idea how old Legs is. That's what makes him such a mystery. Because we have a bus stop not too far from our house, so I have no idea where he goes. I have no... He could be 30 years old. I have no idea. Although he has a backpack, so he's probably not 30 years old. I think he's probably not 30 years old, if I had to guess. A very serious teeth brushing discussion because apparently at 8 years old I was a dentist. The first time I found out about gum disease, boy, what a day was that. Man, oh, wowie, wow. How do I get, like, I know there's a way to do, like, more like this. But I don't ever remember how. Haha, so fair, Echo. I feel like the closest thing to that is I remember telling my siblings, like, that it really mattered what kind of clothes we wore. It's clearly coming from my mom, to be clear, but, like, I was like, we don't want to look like hood rats. We don't want to look like we're, you know, gonna act a fool in church. We want to look nice. And so you have to tuck your shirt in. And it was like, where was I learning this? I mean, we know. Okay, we know. But, like, why did I care? Why did it matter? And, you know, looking back, I think we know. Copy. Gonna put a little guy here. Don't worry about him, he's just a little guy. Is that like the middle? Betrayed by white womanhood again. You're so right. How tall is this? How do I make sure I want him to be the same? Perfect. That's what I want. Hee hee. It's so cute. Equals little guy. He's a little guy. The library's closed for the summer? What? Is it legal to do that? What if you need the library? Have they considered that? Add as a new page. Copy. Now, what I want... Okay, now, is this what I'm supposed to do? No, but it is what I'll be doing. Oh, wait, maybe I can just find it. What do you think this is? Circle? Can I make circle any direction I want? No. Maybe oval's what I want. Like this? This is what I want. Okay, I mean, that's closer. What do we think? I'm going to make the outer edge this green. 18 hours? Now, I've just remembered that I need a spot for chat, and now I'm sad. Okay. I've sat in my sadness. Oh, no. What I wish I could do, can I, like, lock the size of it, but, like, the dimensions, but make it smaller? No, I sure can't. Shape? Now, I didn't know I could do this. Lock proportion only. Why women cheat? What did the email say? Did you learn anything? It's hard to remember what it was. Well, now I'm so sad. It fits so perfectly. Crop your camera on OBS to fit the shape of the box. That's true. No, you're right. But it looks so nice when it's the right size.
Yeehaw!
Oh my so God.
Hello, wonderful
I
people.
forgot.
Happy to be here and learn.
Hello, welcome. Thanks for being here. Okay, I'm making a bookish stream overlay. Oh, I should change the name of my stream. I don't remember what I named it. Hold on. Hold on. Never mind. I thought I wrote something way worse than I did, but I just wrote it normal. I wrote it just normal bad. And he jump scare. Okay. Well, that's... Why would they do that to you, Seven? That's very rude of them. Okay, this is still the middle, yeah. Nice. Okay. Let's... Never said where in his sheets. Don't care if the words are supposed to be different. They're not different to me. Her, I love her. Okay, my plan is to put like this, and then I'm just gonna put a box like over it that's like slightly transparent to be chat. This is so cute. Blakey, hello. My boy. My son. Okay. So is shape what I need to look up? Amazing. The colors are really good. They were not my idea. Once again, I need everyone to know that I literally steal this from Canva. Not steal. Okay, wait, maybe I put this... Okay, let me change the color first. I think I also want to do the transparency of the flowers. I think I also want to make them slightly smaller. They're like little secret flowers. What does it say, Blakey? Does it say Washington, D.C.? Seven, they heard you. It is funny. Okay, so this will be chat. This will be me. And then this is where we'll put currently discussing. Let's see. Okay, is this... I just love this font. I love it. Is that spelled right? No. Okay, I was really close. That's right, right? You're so smart. Thank you. Bring every piece of paper you've ever seen with your name on it. I love the font. It's cute. I think also something important to remember is like the most important part is like whatever book we're currently discussing, and that won't be in this crazy font. It'll be in a normal font that's easier to read probably. So like, you know, I care most about it being cute right now. This is so cute. Every time we make an overlay, I'm like, this is the best overlay we've ever made. And that's what it is. Do you guys have like, I think it's countrywide, so everyone in the US should have to, but it's like you have to, everyone has to have like real ID now, so you have to bring your birth certificate, which like in Alabama when I got my first license I had to do that anyway, so like I don't know how people were doing it before, but anyway. All right, let's do this vibe next. This is so fucking cute. This is so cute. I think I might switch it out for one of the other ones, though. They're switching over to Real ID by 2024. I don't understand why. What was so unreal about it before? What did they misspell, Blake? Oh my god. Wait, hang on. Was there some all caps? No. Two forms of verification of your identification for it. I think it's for flying purposes. My spouse's degree has a typo. I graduated with a girlie who was in my theater program for all 4 years. She started as a freshman with me. And while her, I think she was a Brianna, I think that had one N. And they always put two in. So she was there all 4 years and they kept misspelling her name. And then she won like some award our senior year at like, it was like a superlative. It wasn't like a huge deal because like the teachers just picked them. But anyway, and one of them said Brianna. And she was like, I've literally been here for 4 years. My name's Brianna. My brother's degree was spelled wrong. What? That's cuckoo bananas. No, I'll copy this one. But I think I'm just going to say like up next for discussion. How's that sound? I think that makes sense. Ungroup. Oh my so god. Spelling is hard. That's so fair. With my school library card and hope for the best. That's nice. Oregon has 3. You can do MF or X. Which, like, honestly though, I don't understand if the other information, I don't understand why they have it on there. Really? Like, because if it's not on your flight ticket, is it? Or maybe for some of them it is? But it seems like if your license has like your eye color and your hair color and your height, you know, I don't know. I'm not a guy who is in charge of things, so I think I want this one. Never said where in his sheets. I think I'll put a little squiggly here too. Copy. Bring me the squiggly. Okay, that's not what I meant. This is what I meant. Perfect. Amazing. Now, can I make it a thicker squiggly? Okay, no. Maybe I'll put more flowers in between. You think it's a Metro ID, but I think it's just the back end, not the ticket. Not everyone has a wait. In Alabama, my license had a wait, but when I had a Florida license, they were like, "Oh, we don't do that." Well, let me see. Oh no, you're right. That's cute. Good call. That was cute. My permit had a wait. Yeah, my license in Alabama had a wait. And I was like, okay, I'm not understanding the point, but you know, sure, I don't care. Okay, let's group these together. Group. And there. And I think I'm also gonna change this to the purple. Okay, I clearly meant all of them. How's that? Yeah, no, they just ask you. So I've always heard it's in case you go missing or something, but like, don't they ask your family anyway? Like, they're gonna ask your family for a description of you, regardless. So, like, I don't really think you... I don't know. They don't ask for my opinion. Okay. We just need a nice little easy BRB screen. Okay, not what I meant. This one. Do you guys hear freaking rumbling? What is happening? Somebody's rumbling upstairs. Okay. Let me just grab all of these. Group. Oh my so god. I don't think it's Bob, but it must be the vacuum. But it's scary. It was scary to me. What is this? Oh, I don't want a link. Sure, I'll just delete all of it. Okay, what can I put on the other side? I really like this. Actually, I guess I could just... And then... Oh, hang on. Perfect. I'm on it. Does not have weight, just gender, height, and eye color. Oh, that's true. I mean, it's too late, as I did not look quick enough, but it was a great idea. Is it not going to tell me the middle? Oh, there we go. There we go. Nice. That's cute. These are weird looking little hands. I love them. I wish I had a little afternoon coffee, although it's only 10:30 in the morning. So, you know, they do kind of look like feet and hands. Hand and feet flowers. They do look like little ghosts. Cute. Okay. I love all of these. We haven't used this one really, or this one. So we definitely need a screen share page. We don't have one with a green background yet. I also love these little tulips. Let's take these and maybe put them across like the bottom. Can you put eyes on one of them? Hey, this is a professional bookish stream. I love it here. I love my weird children who do weird things. And who are so weird. Not copy style. What the heck? Oh, no. I don't know what I just did. Copy. Okay. And we're going to make these lavender also as well. Perfect. And let's flip this one. Here's what I'm thinking. We're gonna group them. Then we're gonna copy them. Then we're gonna move them right here. Oh yeah. And then we're just gonna copy them again. Beautiful. Nice, stunning, amazing. Close enough. Oh, blueberry matcha latte sounds so good. You're the boop to my beat. Oh my god. Okay, speaking of BRB, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and I'll be right back. Hello, I'm back. I know, it's because it was when I was in my croissant sandwich era. And I'm not so much anymore, but... It was such a time. Okay, I'm thinking this will be the screen. And I'm thinking... I think I'm just going to do the same thing and copy one of these. I like it like that, yeah. If I change my mind a million times, wanna hear him say, yeah, 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 I like it that way. I wish I was eating watermelon. I left early because I finished my work. Good. Maybe the closer will learn something. Like how to actually be helpful and not be rude and unhelpful. And transparency. Make it transparent. A little. Nice. I think I'm just going to put me up top and put chat smaller. I think that'll work. Let's copy over this guy and put him over here. Did I make it transparent on the other one? I don't think I did. Did I? Is he transparent? No. Why is he transparent over here? Copy. Paste. Okay, so why is he doing that? Okay, maybe if I just do, see, why are you being so transparent? I guess it doesn't matter because I can just turn it up. Hello? You slept through therapy? Pop-Tart and my dad's big comfy recliner. Hey, what? This man's little crime. I guess I'll just make a new one, but I don't understand. Is the color transparent? No? Okay, so I don't understand. Okay, let's see if it happens with the words. No. No, words are fine. That's so weird. Canva's just being a little silly goofy. I guess. That's so much. Why is he being so weird? Okay, nice. We've got all these. I think we just need like a goodbye. Let's see if there's one that I want to steal for that. Do 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 do. This is making the most sense to me. I think this is cute. This one I'm gonna delete. This one I'm gonna delete. Oh, I already had this one. Well, now I have it twice. I'm doing both. Oh, nice. Oh, no, it's not a crime. Watch, stream, and get paid. Okay, I think I am gonna do like last read. Okay, hello? Why did he do that? Was he doing that before and I just didn't know? Before it seemed like he got longer, but his roundness stayed the same. But maybe not. Or here, I'll just steal it from these. Copy. What? Oh, it's a progress bar. You can't see this. It's over on the side. That is interesting. Okay, I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I'm gonna make it blue and I'll make it green on the outside. Because I'm gonna do last read, current read, and next read, I think. Actually, no, maybe I will make the outside also blue. All of us with our work crimes, we deserve it. Yeah, you do. Stop working so hard. And, okay, let's see. Now, the downside is I will have to add in these images every time. But it will be so cute. Okay, wait, maybe I'll make this the BRB screen. Hang on. Because someone said that earlier and it was a good idea. And I'm going to make this one like, say goodbye, readers. Okay. Wait, is it cute to off-center it? No, I think it's cuter to center it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking that's cute. Don't scare me. You guys are so precious. I love my precious little baby angel babies. Did you guys see that person who's like, oh my god, this is really what it's like living in LA? And they're doing like the La La Land. Like bum 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 while they're like sitting in traffic. Because that's so funny. Thanks for gifting a subscription. Nice. Okay, last read. Go in the middle, please. Thank you. And next read. Nice. And then I can add in little images. And will it take a little while? Yeah, but it'll be really cute. Oh, wait, maybe I'll add... I'll add these in. No, please center. Is that the center? It's hard to tell. And the pictures will go on top of these. Nice. Cute. Isn't it so cute? Okay, we've got welcome. Oh, we should add these to everything, which I will do now. Don't even worry about it. Okay, this one's not that bad. Because I could just, here, let me just move this up. And I can put these at the bottom. The duality of stream. Oh my god. What if I did? No. The problem is that these aren't my design. You know what I mean? Like, Canva designs these things. I just put them together, and even then I do it the way they suggest. So it's not... You know... Come on, where's the middle? There we go. Nice. I'm not going to put it on this one because there's already so much. And this is a screen share, which I don't think we'll be using a lot anyway. And then goodbye. And then delete. And delete. All right. Is everyone ready? Let me here. I'm going to give you the full presentation. Okay. So we have present full screen. Oh my god. No, I want to go from the beginning, obviously. This is the welcome. This is bookish stream. So it'll be like, this is where my face is, this is where chat is, and this is where we'll put what we're talking about. This is like to let people know we're switching between books. Cute. What are you doing?
Can I steal your phone for a time lapse?
I mean...
Are you going to be done on stream soon?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to be done in a few minutes, though.
Oh, I can just hang out. Do you not want me to hang out?
No, that's fine.
Well, I want to see what you're working on now.
This is to switch between books, so people can know, hey, we're switching. You can come back. This is the BRB screen, and it might be annoying to switch to put pictures here every time, but I feel like it's not like it's a stream I'll be doing every day, so it's really not a huge deal. And then this is screen share, so this will be like the computer. My face will be here, and I'm just going to make a different chat box that's smaller. And this is what we're talking about. And then this is goodbye. Which is, you know, easy and boring. Very small world coded.
It's cutesy.
Thank you. You're being sideways?
Yeah. Wait, can I just touch this one? And it didn't cover his little guy. Now it does. my god. I'm perverted this morning. Hello.
I thought it was weird that you were so perverted. But I thought maybe you were being a perverted dad.
No.
Topless dad.
Hello. Welcome.
Now, the first hour and a half of stream, we did watch videos on puberty.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you remember, how old were you when you had to watch, like, the movie?
11?
What grade were you in?
5th.
Yeah, we were in 5th grade.
Okay.
Did your parents have to sign a permission slip?
No.
Really?
I don't think so, no. Maybe. I don't know.
We had to get a permission slip signed.
Thank you so much. It's because I just woke up, Teeny Mina, but thank you. A permission slip?
Yeah.
What do you mean, the movie? Like, there was no sex in ours.
No, it's not sex.
Yeah, it's just
about your period.
Yeah. And it's only your own bod, so they break it up into boilies and girlies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, I don't know what the other video is like. And a couple people were like, it was about wearing condoms. And I was like, what? Because ours wasn't sexy. Not sexy, but like about sex at all.
Is it not about boners? Because I feel like that would be really jarring.
So the ones that we found, they talk a lot about how you're going to get taller and how you need to be stinkier.
Okay.
And then like briefly, I'm talking 2 minutes of the 20-minute video.
Okay.
They're like, also your penis will get hard for reasons you understand and reasons you don't.
I need them, if I had a downstairs outie, I'm needing them to go more in depth on that.
Yeah.
Because if you haven't had that happen, scary. If you have had that happen and no one's talked to you about it yet, terrifying.
Yeah. I also was like, do they talk about foreskin at all? Because like, I didn't know anyone who had foreskin when I was like in high school.
Yeah.
So is it like regional where they're going to talk about it, or did they not talk about it at all because they were like, this seems overwhelming for 5th graders? Or
I feel like it would be important to talk about now.
Probably, but like,
but they don't.
I don't know. Not the one we saw.
They didn't talk about cleanliness or anything?
No. They were like, take more showers, wear deodorant.
In Oregon, I only know because in high school I was in choir and theater, and for whatever reason, the folks who had downstairs outies loved to talk about them a lot, which honestly is probably better than like being scared of my downstairs innie, which I think everybody else was if they had a downstairs innie. But it was a lot, yeah, it was a lot of, I would say it was probably like 40% foreskins, 40% skins, 60% no skins. You know? Yeah.
Yeah, ours was mostly about periods. I mean, obviously mostly about periods, but there's so much that goes with periods. And so it's like, have you seen this?
Oh,
isn't it nice?
It's really nice.
Yeah.
I love that.
It was a lot about skins versus shirts.
Yeah.
It's like so much about periods, and because they have to talk about like tampons and pads. They have to talk about the actual bleeding. They have to talk about cramps.
Yeah.
They have to talk about PMS. And then they also talk about smells.
I don't think they talked about PMS. I feel like for...
The one that I found today talks about PMS. The one that was for girls.
For ours, our 5th grade teacher, like one of the 5th grade teachers who was in charge of it, made a point to be like, tampons are terrifying. You will get toxic shock syndrome. They are scary. And in retrospect, I think she was probably religious, but at the time that wasn't information that I had. So I just remember coming home and being like, I'm never using a tampon. They're so scary and they can kill you. And my mom was like, what? No, tampons are normal.
I'm going to Google. I feel like people were really, well, where I'm from, I was talking about this. Some people don't let their kids use tampons because they're like, it's taking your virginity.
Yeah, that's absurd. That is not something I had heard until recently in life.
I want like toxic shock syndrome, like percentages.
It's so small. It's so small, and it's got to be that you like forgot that you had one in.
0.8 to 3.4% of people per 100,000.
And I mean, it is important to discuss that as something that can be a problem for sure.
This says it affects 1 in every 100,000 people.
Now that's
until the 90s, it was most commonly associated with people using super absorbent tampons during their period. It can affect anyone of any gender, but mostly people who are AFAB. So how else can you get it? It's a specific type of bacteria.
Oh.
That gets, like, in you.
You can get them from pads, too, apparently.
Most are produced by a staph infection or group A strep infection.
Not changing a bandage, like on a wound. From the booty, maybe. A friend get toxic shock from an infected wound. Wow.
Yeah, and it's basically like if you don't change your tampon enough, it could happen, but it's still like very unlikely. Yeah, mostly through staph infections, apparently. So it's like a 1990s, like, not myth, but like...
I'm sorry, does toxic shock mean that you're getting a staph infection inside of your cooter? Inside of your... That's wild.
I think it's because, yeah, probably because you have so much access to, like, your...
The bacteria
your
getting
insides.
into your bloodstream. Okay.
Staph in your bloodstream, yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, so this is actually way scarier than I thought it was. Then.
Way scarier, but it's not about tampons.
Well, I think it's more likely to happen with tampons because of the overgrowth, right? But again, very, very, very uncommon.
Yeah,
Wild.
that's so much. I do feel better, though.
That they hyped it up, scared it up that much?
No, I feel better because they used to, and now it's like, now I know.
Got toxic shock and got her legs cut off, and she claims it's from...
The bleach and tampons. Good, now I'm horrified of my underwear straw.
Wild.
That's cuckoo bananas.
Yeah, I have a disease where the first time I tried to use a tampon, well, I'm transgender. I know some of you are aware. And so it was much more about me having like and I'm sure not all trans, like, it's all kinds of people have all kinds of experiences, so I'm not saying that like this means that you're trans if you had this happen to you, or that like if you didn't have this happen to you, you're not trans.
Yeah.
But I like had a not like traumatic experience trying to put a tampon in for the first time, but I didn't realize there was different sizes, so I was using one of my mom's like super absorbent ones, right? And I was like 12 probably, and I was like, I can't do this, I'm terrible at being a woman, and like had an emotional breakdown in the bathroom. Also, very difficult to put a tampon in for the first time if you've previously been terrified of your genitals, because nobody talks about them. Now,
it's interesting that you bring this up, because we were talking about the American Girl Care and Keeping of You doll.
Yeah.
And not doll, book. And there's a picture of this
gender
girly
failure
putting in a tampon for the first time. And I was like, not to brag, but my one claim to fame is I put my first tampon in correctly and it didn't hurt. And I was like, this is because of my book. And everyone was like, that's a huge brag. And I was like, thank you.
There wasn't any images that I was privy to. It was only like instructions. And I was like,
they put pictures in the box now.
I was like, how on earth am I supposed to know where or what that is?
I think. From a sensory aspect, they were so bad. No, it's so fair.
Yes.
What'd you do? Did you ever go to swim parties? Or you just didn't?
No. I mean, no. It wasn't ever relevant to me.
I guess that's true. I forgot it's Oregon.
Yeah.
Not on the box. In the instructions in the box.
Oh, okay.
I think there's pictures. Next time I buy a new box, I'll look for you guys.
I have worn a pad while swimming before once. And this is maybe like...
I've seen that episode of Big Mouth.
Oh, yeah. You listen, not to be this guy, but you don't, and I guess maybe this is gross. I don't know. I don't have a period anymore, and this hasn't been relevant to me in years, but I, in the past, have been on my period, gone swimming with, like, nothing on, nothing happening, and had, like, nothing happen.
But we were talking about that earlier. It's like the water pressure is, like,
that's what I've heard.
In.
Yeah.
But that's what I said. I was like, I don't know. I don't know how to
I don't know if that's true or if it just, like, dissipates or, like, whatever. But I also, like, if you've ever taken, like, a bath while you're on your period, it's not like, it doesn't look like Jaws happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Pressure stops it. Water pressure. Interesting.
Closes, from what I hear, to disallow water to enter. Listen, I have a lot of people who swear by the cup, and I'm happy for them.
People are always trying to tell Morgan to use the cup, and she doesn't like the cup.
I've tried. I wish I did. I feel like it's a cool thing to be able to do.
I did reusable pads for a long time. It just shuts the door. Yeah.
I feel like the cup is just for some people, and it's not for other people. Same as anything else, you know?
Yeah. No, like a diva cup. Are you making a joke, Dorian? Do you not know for realsies you being silly? Yeah. The flexibility for a cup in terms of my arms, I also don't have the flexibility for a cup in terms of my coochie. There's not enough regularly happening down there. When I tell y'all I had a panic attack at the doctor when I had to get my pap smear done most recently, it was awful. Terrible. It is important to do. They also only make you do it every 5 years now.
Yeah.
Unless you have abnormal whatever.
Happening, yeah.
But especially if you're somebody who's not having a regular period, it's important to like go every 5 years because you have your overgrowth of your endometrium, and so you're more likely to have abnormal cells, not necessarily cancerous ones, but it's really good to get that checked on. I know, they're not fun. I will say, every time I've ever gotten a pap smear, it has been a horrible experience for me physically, but like I've never had a mean doctor. Every single time, it's like the kindest woman you've ever met being like, I'm so sorry, sweetheart, like the whole time, which I think is nice because as I'm like, you know, hollering or there's like a tear like dramatically running down my face, they're like, you're doing amazing. And I'm like, I'm not, but thank you.
I need to have a pap smear. I know you don't think I do.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so you like rinse out the cup, from what I understand. And then, yeah, in between periods, you boil it.
Yeah.
You, like, rinse it out. So, like, you put it under the faucet. You're like...
Yeah.
And you dump it a few times. It's a lot of getting blood on your hands. Not a lot. More than the other ones.
Now, I will say I use reusable pads. Yeah. Absolutely, Dorian. I think some people just dump it and then put it back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people have disposable ones. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they don't rinse it out between dumps in public. So you just stay in the toilet the whole time. You pop it out. You dump it in the toilet. You pop it back in.
You can play war in the shower. I dump and put it back in. Dorian, baby, I love you. Where have you been? I feel like we've been having the cup conversation for like 3 years at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, you can leave a cup in longer than a tampon. Typically, depending on your flow.
Yeah, because the cup is like not porous, right? That's like the whole thing. I support you being under a rock. I really thought that you were like flicking us shit as a group. Because I feel like it's like very public knowledge. Because I've never used a cup. I've seen a cup once.
No, they've been around for a while.
Yeah.
I would say they've really gained popularity in the last like 4 years.
People are really into them for like sustainability reasons. And also for like, there are some people who don't want to use tampons because they don't think that they're as good for their innards. And if they have bleach in them, they're probably not. And I know some people care and some people don't. And honestly, it's your own body. So like, I do think that, you know, the government or who the fuck ever should make it so that all the things that are supposed to go inside of you are safe. But if you're someone who's like, I don't care that my tampons are bleached, like, of course I support you. Because who gives a shit? It's your own stuff.
Now, I did find out recently that only, like, it's like a U.S. thing to have tampon, like, applicators. Did you know this?
What?
Yes. Peach PRC was visiting the U.S., and she was like, I don't know how to use these fucking American tampons. And all of us are like, what do you mean? Hold on, I'll show you.
What?
Yes. So, like, imagine if there's, like, if you take the applicator off of the tampon, it's just loose cotton.
Yeah.
And you just shove it in. She's in Australia.
I'm sorry, is your last search about Morningwood?
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you know what happens?
Yeah, it's because your body's trying not to pee.
That's not what my article said.
What did your article say?
It said it was because of, like, REM sleep. And so, like, when you wake up and have morning wood, it's because you, like, slept good, but you woke up at the end of, like, a REM cycle. But if you didn't... Basically, it was like, if you have a penis, you're probably getting hard and soft throughout the night. Not, like, 8 times, but, like, twice.
Now, that makes sense. I think what I was told from people who had penises was that it's because your body's trying to make it so you don't pee the bed. But I could be wrong.
So this is it. It's just this.
That's bonkers. That's absolutely wild.
Both kinds are available in Canada. Other people must be less afraid of getting blood on their hands. Me? My own blood? I don't want it. Thank you. I have plenty. I guess it comes in this, and yeah, you just open it, and then it's this.
That's bonkers.
Both kinds are available in the UK, too. It is funny that it says mouthful mode. Look how small it is.
Wild. That's teensy.
No, thank you, Echo. Literally same. No exaggeration. I would be like, I guess I'll never eat again.
What?
If I got, like, my blood on my hands.
Oh.
Yeah, this is what US ones look like.
Yeah.
So, like, that part is inside of this.
Well, there are the horrible applicators that are like cardboard, too.
Oh my god, they're horrible, though. Is plastic bad? Yes. I don't care when it comes to this, though. I'll burn my hands now, thank you. So, like, this part's skinnier. You insert this whole thing. You push this, and then the cotton part goes all the way up where it needs to. This part's only going, like, at your base.
The opening.
Yeah, and this opens. You probably can't tell, I guess.
Do the normal ones come with, like, a wet wipe? For your hands? For all the blood you would get on your hands?
I think you just wash your hands. People just, I guess, walk from the... How do you open the stall? Tampon plastic and Barbie plastic are both very good and promoted. Toilet paper.
All right. Okay, heard.
I bring a water bottle in with me.
Wild. I'm sorry. I mean from the stall to the... With
to
your
the
other
sink.
hand? Okay, that's fair, that's fair. No, we're not trying to say that y'all are gross. I'm just genuinely
we're asking
curious.
the questions.
Because I cannot imagine.
A lot of bathrooms in public were single stalled as well.
So like it has a sink
the
in there
sink's
with you?
Oh, that's
okay.
nice.
I would say most public restrooms in the United States, there's like
not.
toilet.
There's like 8 toilets, 3 sinks.
And they're also
when you
like,
get out of the
they're
toilet
very
part.
small. So it's like hard to get out of the toilet.
Yes.
If you have nothing on your hands at all.
If you're fat in America, it sucks to go to a public bathroom, especially because, like, the stall is, like, the entire stall is, like, the width of this chair.
Yeah.
So, first of all, that's most of my body. So then to wipe, I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just kind of do this number. Just kind of get where I need to get. And my elbows are hitting the sides. Then you stand up, and you usually have to open, like, they open inside. So I have to, like, move to the side of the actual toilet.
Yes.
Open it. And then, like, sideways scoot out of it.
Yeah.
Pooping in public bathrooms as a fat person is not fun for me.
Oh, God,
so
yeah,
true.
no.
Stream was very period focused today.
I love that.
Public bathrooms are trauma city. It's why they should just always have... I'd rather they have, like, 30 single, like, stalls that, like, it's the toilet and the sink and it's just a door.
Yeah.
And then, like, they're all gender because it's only one at a time.
Yeah.
Also, that would be easier for families. Like when, you know, a parent has kids with them.
My favorite thing to do now that I'm on testosterone and my period has stopped again is to say I think I might be on my menstrual cycle, which I know is supposed to be a joke about being mean to cishet men, But now it's that I'm like, is this like the time of the month that my body's used to me having problems, and so I'm way more likely to cry? Yeah. No.
Literally better for everyone. More expensive to make, I guess, if you don't have it already, but can't cost much more when you're doing it from the get-go.
Now, I will say from the get-go, we went to a Goodwill opening, and there was like 4 individual like bathrooms instead of there being like a bathroom with like 3 stalls and a bathroom with like 3 stalls. I think that like the more new buildings they're making, the more often they're doing that, because it's easier for families, because then you don't have to have any kind of conversations about or with trans people, which is fine. I'm comfortable with that. But like we were at the Goodwill and Bo was like, I have to pee so bad. And I was like, they were like, let's just go to the McDonald's because I'm stressed out about the Goodwill bathrooms. And I was like, did you go over and look? Because like, what's the situation? Like they could be empty. Like there's probably not a key thingy on it. Like, let's go look. And they were like, no, I'm stressed out. And I was like, just come with me. Let's just walk over and see what they've got going on at this brand new Goodwill. So we walk over and it's like 4 individual stalls. And I was like, it's cool. See? And they were like, I think they're locked. And I was like, no. And I opened one and it was like, fine. There's also here in Oregon a lot of like codes on bathroom doors type shit. And a lot of like the McDonald's employee has to like press a button to open, like to unlock the bathroom for you. Which is obviously uncomfortable as a trans person because they have to ask you like which one you were using, or they just assume, or
yeah. So in Mobile, where I'm from, I had never been anywhere where the bathroom was locked, like where it had a code on it or anything, until I think in Florida the Starbucks bathrooms had them on there.
Yeah.
Where you asked for the code or whatever, and then here in Oregon, like I would say almost everywhere we go.
It's wild because if you look at, as far as I understand, the last time one of my friends looked at this is what they said. So this is like fourth-hand information. But like supposedly the like how unhoused folks like populations in Alabama and in Oregon are like very similar. But you don't see homeless people in Alabama hardly at all.
No.
Compared to like what you see in Oregon.
Yes. Most of the time if you saw them, it was downtown, and I live downtown. And I could tell you like maybe 10, and I knew like 5 of their names, and like no one was like, you can't use the bathroom here. Like it didn't feel like there were that many, but it's crazy because we Googled it. And so I don't know. I'm sure it's not good news. I'd like to be clear. I'm sure something bad is happening. But yeah, you really don't see them that much in Alabama.
Yeah.
Or at least like where I'm from.
You see unhoused folks a lot in, especially like Salem and like Portland. And so I think that's why they have the locks on all the bathrooms, which sucks. Like, you should make, resources more available to people who need them. I will say, as a former Starbucks employee, there is, like, some very stressful things happen in those bathrooms. And what it really is that there should just be, like, better, what's it called? Like, what's it called?
Oh, harm reduction.
Harm reduction services and more accessible harm reduction centers for folks to use. But you do find a lot of scary things in Starbucks bathrooms.
Yeah, yes. I think the other thing is like in like a McDonald's, right? The people who work there, not always, but like it's a lot of like teenagers or like people who already have a lot going on.
Yeah.
And they are also the ones who have to clean the bathroom if something stressful happens. Like, another person doesn't come in and do it.
Yeah.
Who's, like, getting paid more.
It's also a lot of teenagers who, like, don't know how to handle a situation like that.
And
like,
they shouldn't have
If somebody's having, like, a medical emergency in a bathroom, like, nobody knows what to do. Like, at 24 years old, if the manager's not there as the shift supervisor, I'm, like, in charge of that store, right? And if there's somebody who seems to be having a medical emergency, that's on me to just call the police, who aren't helpful at all, which is no good.
Yeah. It's a system issue.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's crazy. Things are different places.
Wild.
Okay. Well, we had a nice period and book stream.
Yay.
The classic things. I am going to go. I'm so hungry. And I have water to drink. And Phoebe, are we painting today? I don't know what we're doing.
That's what I was going to do. You don't
nice.
have to.
But yeah, okay, I love you guys. Thanks for being here. I'll see you soon. That's it. Goodbye.
Bye.